guys, welcome back to another episode of Elnea Kingdom. This is Bryony Parker here, bringing you an episode where Jeremiah and Hildegard will be having their second kid, and Jeremiah's younger sister, Elena, not to be confused with the mother, Elena, though, because Elena is also their mother, just different spelling between both of them. I did that on purpose because I thought it was kind of cute. So, anyways, this episode, you'll get to see that, and also if there's a chance if Anacleto will be passing the position, but I don't think that's going to happen because usually the next priesthood doesn't get passed down until they're getting ready to pass away. And even though Anacleto is 21, which times 3, you can calculate that for yourselves on what 21 times 3 is, that would be his age, and he still isn't passing away. So it's still going to be a while for Jeremiah, I think. Maybe another couple in-game years, which kind of sucks, but hey, it is what it is. So anyways, until Hildegard has her second kid. Alrighty guys, we are till Hildegard is going to be having her second kid. So the names I have in mind are Victoria, Lexi, or there is also Grace. So it's either going to be Grace, Lexi, or Victoria. So we'll see what it is. So anyways, all this dialogue, you guys don't need to see this. So get straight to it. And of course it's going to be a baby girl because I made sure of it. So yeah, Jeremiah's kids are all going to be girls. And there she is. Oh, how cute. She's a lot like the dad. Tan skin. Big eyes like the dad, blue hair. Of course, it was given because both parents have blue hair, so that was going to be given. And yeah. Well, I already know what this girl's name's going to be. Victoria. The minute I saw her, I was just like, yep, she's Victoria. Without a doubt, Victoria. I just had the strange feeling, though, that it was going to be Victoria, though, because I don't know. Sometimes I get these feelings like it's going to be that one. And oftentimes, I don't know why, my gut feeling often ends up being right. So anyways, there we go, Victoria. So let me go ahead and write that down and we'll get to Victoria. Alrighty guys, baby Victoria. So I wrote it down. So we got baby Victoria. She gonna get a talent? It's a fine name. Look, the baby likes it too. No talent, but that's okay. You're already a doting parent. I'm fine with being doting. Raise them with love and in good health. Oh, she's such a cutie. And of course, before we get to see Elena grown up to an adult, I am going to see what Victoria's personality is. And of course, cute Vivian here with her outfit. She looks so cute. Anyways, let's see Victoria. Victoria is refreshing. Oh my goodness, this brings back memories. Refreshing. You guys remember back to Brandon Gansborough? His personality also was refreshing. Man, what a reminder of Brandon. And even more funny is that Brandon married a blue-haired gal. So this really brings back memories. Wow. Victoria, you are quite the nostalgic girl. And hey, maybe that will be the new nickname for Victoria. Victoria the nostalgia girl. Leave that down in the comments if you guys think that's fun. I don't know. I find it kind of fun. I'll probably keep calling her that because she's quite a bit of nostalgia for me. Anyways, and of course, until Elena grows up to be an adult. Okay, guys, so we are here to see Elena grow up to be an adult, which would be Elena's youngest daughter and Santiago's youngest daughter. Not to be confused with this Elena, because this is her youngest daughter, Elena. Named on purpose because I thought it'd be kind of cute if she had a similar name to her mother. So anyways, yeah. We're going to see what Elena looks like as an adult. Alrighty guys, and we are back. This is what Elena looks like as an adult, and she is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I will get back to you once I have her fixed up into an awesome outfit. Alrighty guys, and this is Elena's outfit. So, from all the way around, in the back of course. Anyways, what she is wearing is the elegant twilight dress, orange pumpkin hat, and white ghost backpack. I know that Halloween's over and whatever, but you know what? I mean, it works for fall. Anyways, and then I'll get you guys on some stories I'm going to tell you about myself. So yeah, until then. All right, guys, and I am back. So I am going to tell you a little story about myself. So when I was growing up, I had boxer dogs that I raised. So this is when I was a little girl. So when I was a little girl, my mom, my dad, and me raised boxers and we bred them. So, but the first story starts out with a dog that we first received, which was our first boxer. So our first boxer, not gonna go into the name yet because there's a really special reason of why they got the name in the first place. Our first one, anyways, to the main part of what I was saying though. Our first boxer that we got to a place that we were going to that this dog had puppies. Now, when we got there, all the puppies had been sold, so all they had was the mama dog, and the mama dog did not act nice towards my dad. And my mom was like, no, I think she's a really great dog. So we went ahead and got this dog after my dad had some thoughts about it because he said, let me think about it, as he said to the owner before he had gone back to my mom, and my mom told him to get this dog. So then after my mom convinced my dad to get this dog, we got this dog and we got her. So now she was a bit of an older dog, but not too old. She's maybe like 4 or 5 or something like that. So she's a bit mature for boxer's age or something like that. She could have been 6 maybe. I don't know. I don't think she was 6. I think she was 4 or 5 years old. But we gotten this brindle boxer female. So, and then we had to think of a name for her. Now the people had called her Andromeda, and my mom likes the name Andromeda, but my dad did not. So we needed a new name for the dog. And, of course, onto the special reason of her name. So my dad asked me, little me, what do you want to name this dog? And I said, Lady. And you want to know, guys, why I named her Lady? Lady and the Tramp. For anybody that knows Lady and the Tramp, I like Lady and the Tramp. Both number 1 and 2. I know 2's not as good as the original, but I think it was still a pretty good one, even though it wasn't exactly the same for the number 2 version for Lady and the Tramp too. So, anyways, but yeah, that's why I named her Lady, was because of that movie. I know she looks nothing like, of course, the lady dog from that movie, but I liked Lady and the Tramp so much. But yeah, so we had Lady. So, and after a while and everything, we had this dog, of course, and we wanted to, of course, we, thought about it for a while, and my parents decided they wanted to have puppies with this dog, even though she's a bit mature. And so we got a few male dogs. We got one male dog, but turns out this brindle boy was not fertile whatsoever. So we went out and we got another male dog, and, well, he got her pregnant, our dog, lady dog. So anyway, so we had boxer puppies on the way. So we waited, of course, until that time, and we had quite a few lovely puppies. However, we did lose a few because a few of them just, well, sometimes when puppies are born, they don't live because they get sick or they're just really weak. And so we lost a few in that pack of puppies we had in our first one. So yes, we do. The story goes a little further than even this dog even. But anyways, so we got this pack of puppies that we had, of 6, I think. And we had one brindle female, I think 3 or 4 fawns, and then a couple of reverse brindles. Now, of course, the only brindle we had was a female. And so I, of course, loved that puppy, of course. I liked all of our puppies, really. I loved them all, but I especially just had a bias for the brindle. I don't know why, but I really like the brindle color on a boxer. And then, of course, as families go, we decided to keep one. And of course, the one I wanted to keep was the brindle female, of course, because I really liked brindle. So we kept the brindle female, and then I named her Nellie. Now, I know Nellie might not seem like a great dog name, but I really liked Nellie. And there was a reason why I named her Nellie. I actually named her Nellie, 1, due to her personality, and 2, on a movie that I watched, there was this character named Nellie. Now, I know she wasn't a, how do you put it, a dog. She was an actual person. I think in the American Girl Tales or whatever it was. If you can find it online, you can always research it. But yeah, there was this character named Nellie, and she was the friend of one of the main characters in an American Girl story. And she was just a sweet character. And her sweet personality really reminded me of that one brindle female puppy. So, of course, I named her Nellie. And we kept Nellie, of course. So we had Lady and Nellie. And of course, Nellie grew up to be an adult, and we had her with, her mother. And they played around and had a lot of fun. And we also had another dog besides the two of them, though. We also had a miniature pinscher boy named Joey. Now, he was like the first dog we had even before Lady and Nellie, so he was much older than both of them. But, oh man, would he have fun? He would chase those big boxer dogs. I mean, they weren't really big, but they're pretty good sized dog. And so he would chase them around our yard, and he was like, rah, 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 all chasing them around and everything. And the boxers would have a blast, and it was just so much fun. But anyways, so we had Nellie for a while, and then I asked my dad, hey, we should have puppies with our dog Nellie. Because I thought having puppies from Nellie would have been really cool. Because believe it or not, my Nellie dog, boxer, brindle female, she was, oh my goodness, she was a beautiful female boxer for a brindle. I mean, she didn't have good white quality markings as like standard, breeding is for boxers, but I still liked her. She was still beautiful and everything in my eyes. And she was. A lot of people could agree she was really pretty and a sweet personality. So we decided to breed our dog Nellie, and we had, I believe, I don't know, it was like, hold on, I got sidetracked. Anyways, so of course we bred Nellie, of course. So we had a male dog, of course, that we chose, of course, and we decided she got bred with a male dog, and she instantly got pregnant, of course. And so Nellie was expecting. But the only issue is something really terrible was going to happen before she had her puppies. So her mother, which is Lady, as you well know, was in the car, in one of our cars, and we had accidentally left the back hatch in the back of our, I think it was like a truck or something we had, open, and the kennel doors open. So, yeah, we had those open, and you can expect that basically, they jumped out, of course, onto the highway. And this is all three of our dogs. This is Lady, Nellie, and our little miniature pinscher dog, Joey. Now, Joey came out just fine, and Nellie did surprisingly, while pregnant, survived too, and must have gotten out of the way of the road, of course. But Lady wasn't as fortunate. Lady, unfortunately, jumped out of the car, and eventually, a little later, she got hit by an actual truck. Not a semi, but just a standard truck. So she got pretty much smashed. So yeah, our old lady, or I shouldn't say old lady, but lady dog died. So in a very tragic way. And of course, on to Nellie's story. So yeah, little story that's kind of tragic right there. But more tragedy is going to happen. But I'll get to that in just a moment. But of course, Nellie. So Nellie had her puppies after that incident. And because of that terrible incident, losing Lady, we had all these puppies with Nellie, and every single one of them turned out healthy. In fact, this entire pack of puppies was healthy, and they were beautiful. Mainly due to the fact that, my Nellie dog was really pretty, and not to mention the boxer we bred her with, the male, had beautiful, perfect white markings, which is good for a boxer dog. So, of course, he, how do I put it? So because of his white markings, yeah, we had good quality boxer dogs for white markings, which was really nice. Except for, of course, the one puppy, or a couple of puppies didn't have good white markings, of course. So, but most of the fawn puppies did. So, and I think we had 6 or 7 of them, I believe, of boxer puppies. So we had let me see here, 4 fawns, 2 reverse brindles, and I believe 1 brindle. Yeah, 1 brindle. So, yeah, again, kind of almost the same thing again. And, of course, the 1 brindle female was, of course, or one brindle, was a female. And because of our loss due to our other dog, we actually decided to keep her. And guess what we wanted to name her? We went with Lady. Now, the thing is, before we decided on Lady, my dad was insistent that it shouldn't be Lady again. Not because of the loss, but because he thought, something new would be kind of nice. But I really strongly insisted we name her Lady after the loss. And after a little bit of thought, my dad definitely agreed because he felt sad about losing that dog too. Because even later on, even though that Lady dog wasn't nice to him in the beginning, she loved him afterwards. So she was a sweetheart of a dog. Love boxer dogs, will always love them. Raising them too, in fact, as well, as you have heard the story. So yeah, we had another Lady dog. So there's the old and the new Lady. And of course, the new Lady kind of was named because of that tragedy, unfortunately, losing our dog Lady. So yeah, again, really sad. But we decided to keep, of course, Lady. And let's see here. After we, had raised her to an adult, after a little bit of time, I think when my dog was 4 or 5, this is Nellie, by the way, she just started to get sickly. And then at one point, I come back home from my school, and I find out from my mom and my dad and my mom that my dog had buggy eyes. And I saw her, and she was really sickly. And we took her to the vet, and we found out she may have been poisoned. What from? Well, apparently my dad had left some rat poison out. Now, my dad isn't sure if she got into it or not, or if she got into a rat that had eaten rat poison, but because our dogs were kind of known for hunting down rodents, I think she probably ate a rodent that had consumed rat poison. So, yeah. And my dad never did that again after Nellie had that happen to her. But we tried to, or the vet said there's no way of saving her. And even when we heard a story from someone else that had a dog that was poisoned and they did everything they could to save it, they still lost their dog. So unfortunately, Nellie had passed away at the early age of 4 or 5, which is really kind of early for a boxer dog. So she could at least have lived to 7 or 8, but unfortunately she, again, had to be put down because there was no way of saving her from that poison. No way. She was past the point of, like, she wasn't like all crippled down but she was bleeding eternally, they said. So she was gone past the point of saving. So yeah, it was really sad at the vet. I cried my eyes out and left. I couldn't see her get put down. I just couldn't. Little me could not handle it. And that's when I had lost my first best friend I ever had. A dog of all things. And that was really sad. Still makes me kind of sad today. But it helped to strengthen me too. So, but we had still, of course, had her puppy, Lady, of course. And I got to enjoy Lady a bit. But the thing is, Lady wasn't really the same as the old Lady. And not to mention, she was really sweet and all, but she really favored my dad. And you know how people say animals get attached to certain people? Well, Nellie was attached to me, but the new Lady was more attached to my dad, even though he wasn't around all the time. But she really liked him and looked up to him and listened to him more. And I loved her and all. She listened to me when it's necessary, but she would just kind of be stubborn and wouldn't listen to me sometimes, which is kind of boxer traits, really. So, but yeah, so I got to enjoy Lady, but not the same as Nellie, and it was kind of sad, to be honest. I didn't have a dog I could really connect with and really liked me, of course. But after a while, though, when she hit also 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that, she may have lived more past 5 years, I think, maybe. We found out our new Lady dog had, she was having problems. And she wasn't eating at all. And then she started to get really, really skinny. Now, we were wondering why was this happening? But we didn't really take her to the vet until it was really serious, of course. And she really, not that we were letting her get bad, but we were, trying to, figure out, oh, maybe she was just having, a time where she wasn't eating. But when she got pretty thin, not, terribly skeletal, but just a bit skeletal, we decided to take her to the vet. And then we found out from the vet that our new lady dog had cancer. And so we're like, oh, gosh, she has cancer? So we tried everything we could to get her back, even doing the little, like this little squeeze thing that would give her nutrients through her mouth, and we would have to force it down her mouth. Not because we were trying to be, of course, forceful, but we were trying to help her, So we were trying to save our new lady dog by putting in these nutrients down her throat. Not like a huge tube, just a little tiny thing that you kind of squeeze down her throat. And also just trying to get her to drink water, of course, and just make sure she's all right. But she just kept getting worse and worse and worse, to the point where she had gone pretty much almost completely skeletal. And I mean, she wasn't dead at that point, but she was just so skinny. And she was whining and she was in a lot of pain. And she was just in so bad shape. We took her to the vet once more, of course, and they said she's not going to make it. She was to the point where she was going to die. Even if they hadn't, even if they tried to save her, there was no way. So, and before we, of course, put that new dog down, lady, after she was 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that, with all those issues, she, also we found out she had tumors, because I saw that she had these lumps on her throat, and I pointed out to the vet, what's that? And they said, oh, those are tumors. And believe it or not, with boxers are very prone to get cancer and tumors, or one or the other, and it can kill a boxer. So, and it's very prone for that breed. So, yeah, with that unfortunate thing, of course, we had to put down our new lady dog. But yeah, that was one of the interesting stories for just, well, what I grew up with. I grew up with a lot of things that happened with our dogs. And this is, again, when I was much younger. But yeah, so yeah, just some interesting stories just about me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this interesting story that you heard about me, Elena growing up to be an adult, and of course, all the other stuff that's happened in the family. So, hope you guys enjoy your day today, and I will see you guys on the other side.